Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Everyday English Flow. How are you today? I hope you are doing great. I am Maya, and I am here with my co-host, Ryan. Welcome back to the channel, Ryan.
Hello, everyone. I am so happy to be here today. And hello to all our amazing viewers. Thank you so much for watching Everyday English Flow. It is always great to be here, Maya.
Today is a special episode. This is the final episode in our Have, Has, and Had series. We started with 25 uses, then moved to questions and negatives, then practiced everything together, and today, we bring it all home.
That's right. Episode 4 is our big final review. We're going to test everything we've learned across the whole series one last time before we celebrate finishing it together.
If you've watched all 3 previous episodes, this one will feel like a wonderful, satisfying wrap-up. And if you're joining us for the first time, don't worry, this episode still works as a solid overview of have, has, and had.
So let's take one final journey through everything have, has, and had can do in English. Let's start with a longer, natural conversation, one that brings together almost everything from this whole series: possession, present perfect, past perfect, questions, negatives, and modal perfects.
Perfect, let's begin. Ryan, have you enjoyed making this series with me?
I really have. I have learned so much myself, and I didn't have this much confidence with have, has, and had before we started.
That makes me so happy. Has anything surprised you along the way?
Yes, actually. I didn't have any idea should have and could have had such specific meanings, regret, and missed possibility. I must have used them wrong for years before this series.
That's such an honest answer. Have you ever taught someone else something from this series?
Yes. I have already corrected my cousin's message. She had written, "I has a doubt," and I explained it should have been, "I have a doubt."
Wonderful. That's exactly what we hope happens, that this knowledge spreads beyond just our listeners.
Do you have a favorite moment from the whole series, Maya?
I think it has to be the 10-sentence correction round in episode 3. It really showed how far listeners could come with steady practice.
I completely agree. If someone hadn't watched any of our episodes before today, this conversation alone would have felt confusing, but now it probably sounds completely natural.
And that right there is the exact goal of any grammar series, taking a conversation that once felt overwhelming and slowly turning it into something that feels ordinary, simple, and comfortable. That's the real success of this series, not perfect grammar overnight, but steady, genuine progress.
Let's add one more small exchange before we move to the review section, just to close this conversation on a warm note.
Ryan, if a new listener had just found our channel today, what would you tell them about this series?
I would tell them, don't worry if have, has, and had feel confusing at first. We have all felt that way. And by the end of 4 episodes, it really does start to feel natural.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Let's move into our final complete review now.
Let's do a full recap now, 1 point from each episode before our final challenge. From episode 1, basic forms and everyday uses: have, I, you, we, they; has, he, she, it; had, past. Possession, family, illness, daily idioms like have breakfast and have a look, and tenses like present perfect and past perfect. From episode 2, questions, negatives, and modal perfects: do you have you, don't have, haven't, and modal perfects should have, could have, must have, would have, each carrying a different meaning: regret, mischance, strong guess, or imagined result. From episode 3, practice, common mistakes, and have you ever. The 2 golden rules: choosing the correct helper word and always using the past participle after have, has, or had, plus a brand new pattern for talking about life experience: have you ever.
That's the entire journey in 3 short summaries. Now, let's put it all together with one final challenge, a short story with several mistakes hidden inside it.
I think this is such a great way to close out the series. Instead of just listing rules one more time, we get to see how everything works together in one connected piece of writing.
Exactly, and that's really how you'll encounter have, has, and had in real life too, not as isolated grammar points. but woven naturally into stories, messages, and everyday conversations.
I love this idea. Go ahead, Maya, read the story, and I'll try to catch every mistake as we go.
Here's the story. Yesterday, I have a very busy day. I has a meeting in the morning, and I didn't have finished my report before it started. My manager must have forget about the deadline because she didn't say anything. After the meeting, I should have went straight home, but I have stayed late to finish my work. Have you ever felt this tired after a long day?
Okay, let's go through it one mistake at a time. I have a very busy day should be, I had a very busy day, since this is a story about yesterday in the past.
Correct. Next mistake?
I has a meeting should be, I had a meeting, matching the same past story.
Great catch. Keep going.
I didn't have finished my report should be, I hadn't finished my report, since this is about an action not completed before another past action.
Exactly right.
My manager must have forget should be, my manager must have forgotten, past participle after must have.
Perfect.
I should have went straight home should be, I should have gone straight home, again, past participle, not simple past.
Wonderful. One more.
I have stayed late should probably be, I stayed late, since we're just stating a simple past fact, not connecting it to the present moment.
Excellent work, Ryan. You caught every single mistake in that story, and honestly, that story combined almost everything from all 3 episodes into just a few sentences.
It really did. And I think that's such a powerful final lesson. Real English rarely separates these grammar points neatly. They all appear together, all the time, in ordinary stories just like this one.
That's such an important realization for any learner. Textbooks often teach these points one at a time, in neat little boxes, but real conversations and real writing mix everything together constantly.
So the real skill isn't just knowing each rule separately, it's recognizing which rule applies in the moment, exactly like we just practiced with that short story.
Let's give our listeners the corrected version, all together, so it's clear and complete. Yesterday, I had a very busy day. I had a meeting in the morning, and I hadn't finished my report before it started. My manager must have forgotten about the deadline because she didn't say anything. After the meeting, I should have gone straight home, but I stayed late to finish my work. Have you ever felt this tired after a long day?
That sounds so natural now, completely different from the version with all the small mistakes.
That's exactly the transformation we hoped every listener would go through by watching this series, from a version full of small errors to one that flows naturally and confidently.
One last quick pronunciation reminder before we finish. Remember that in fast, natural speech, have often sounds like UV, has blends smoothly into nearby words, and modal perfects like should have often sound like should have, even though we always write have.
Keep that in your ear as you listen to real English going forward in shows, songs, and everyday conversations. You'll notice it everywhere now.
Let's do one more small bonus round before we move to listener engagement. Just a few rapid-fire questions to really seal in this final review.
Sounds fun. Let's try it. Ryan, quick question. Which form do we use with he, she, it?
Has.
Correct. And which word comes after should have, could have, or must have, the simple past or the past participle?
The past participle, always.
Perfect. And what's the difference between do you have and have you?
Do you have asks about possession or a regular action, while have you asks about a completed action, usually connected to present perfect.
Excellent. One more. What does have you ever ask about?
A life experience, something that may or may not have happened at any point up to now.
Perfect score again, Ryan. I think our listeners are just as ready as you are after 4 full episodes together. For our final challenge together, write your own short story, 5 or 6 sentences, using at least one example each of have, has, and had, plus one modal perfect, should have, could have, must have, or would have.
Post it in the comments, and if you'd like, we'll feature a few of the best ones in a future episode as a special thank you for following this whole series.
And if you've watched all 4 episodes in this series, congratulations. That's genuinely a big achievement. Have, has, and had are some of the trickiest little words in English, and you've stuck with it all the way through.
Let us know in the comments which episode helped you the most, the 25 uses, the questions and negatives, the practice round, or today's final story challenge.
Your answers really do help us plan future series even better, so thank you in advance for sharing.
And if you're feeling really confident, try teaching someone else, a friend, a sibling, or even a classmate, just one small use of have, has, or had that you learned in this series.
Teaching someone else is actually one of the best ways to test how well you truly understand something, so don't be shy about sharing what you've learned.
We genuinely love to hear those stories too, so feel free to tell us about it in the comments if you do.
And that brings us to the end of our Have, Has, and Had series. From 25 uses, to questions and negatives, to practice, to today's final story challenge, we've covered an enormous amount of ground together.
If you've been with us since episode 1, thank you so much for your patience and consistency. That's exactly the kind of steady effort that builds real, lasting English skills.
And if you're just joining us now, feel free to go back and watch episodes 1, 2, and 3. They're all designed to work together as one complete lesson.
Starting next episode, we're moving into a brand new series, Beginner English Conversations, and we'll begin with a full practical episode at the airport, covering check-in, security, and boarding.
It feels like a really natural next step, too, after 4 episodes of deep grammar work. Moving into real situational conversations lets you actually use everything you've just learned. Have, has, had, questions, negatives, and modal perfects in a completely new context.
Exactly. Grammar and real conversation work best together. Grammar gives you the tools, and situations like the airport give you a place to actually use them.
So if grammar deep dives are your favorite, don't worry. We'll return to topics like this again in the future, but for now, get ready for real, everyday conversations in new settings.
Thank you so much for watching and practicing with us throughout this entire series.
Bye, everyone, and congratulations on completing the Have, Has, and Had series with us.
One last small homework task before your next episode with us. Write one sentence you're proud of using have, has, or had correctly, and keep it somewhere you'll see it again as a small reminder of how far you've come.
Maybe stick it on your mirror, your notebook, or even as a note on your phone. Small reminders like that really do help new grammar stay fresh in your mind over time. That's such a lovely way to end this series. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you at the airport next time.